This program is brought to you by Advantage Dodge Ram Chrysler Jeep at 20th and Main in Farmington. Visit today for your best deal.
The Powerhouse Science Center has reopened for business, and supporters hope the museum's legacy as one of the country's first alternating current electrical power plants will spark new interest in its educational programs and the building itself. The Powerhouse Science Center closed last May after a new director discovered significant financial shortfalls in the budget. All staff members at the time were laid off. A number of board members resigned, and the Science Center was closed until further notice. A new board spent the summer getting its financial house in order and developing a sustainable business plan. The board also raised $40,000, convinced BP to continue to support it, and hired board member Kathleen O'Connor as the interim director. The center reopened in mid-September.
And really, we see this as a hiccup in the Powerhouse, and it's an opportunity to come back and build the Powerhouse even stronger than it was before.
O'Connor said the board hopes to attract more adult interest by refocusing on the power plant's history. Exhibits will be created to highlight Durango's role in the development of commercial electrical power in the West. The Durango Light and Power Company originally built the coal-fired electrical plant in 1892. It was one of the first commercial plants in the country to use the relatively new technology of alternating current electricity. The plant closed in 1972, but much of the original equipment remains in place.
That is one component of the Powerhouse, the historical equipment, the history behind it, that we feel hasn't been highlighted as well as it could have been. So we are going to put a lot of our focus on developing exhibits that are centered on the actual historical equipment, and we are going to be offering historic tours.
In addition to reviving the Science Center's role as a museum, the board has partnered with the Durango Makers Club to create an educational program focused on hands-on learning and problem-solving through the creation of inventions. The Durango Makers Club is part of an international movement of inventors, makers, artisans, craftsmen, and educators who gather to learn how to make and create all manners of inventions, some of which become commercial successes. One invention, the iPhone credit card reader, came out of a similar Makers Club in California. Ryan Finnegan, who's heading up the educational programming at the Powerhouse Science Center, said he hopes the center will grow into a maker lab for inventors of all ages, from kids to adults.
And so we're going to have eventually activities for all ages and open hours where people can come in here, network, invent, utilize the equipment. And so we're building Durango's first makerspace, which is just kind of imagine a rec center with tools and robotics equipment and crafting equipment.
Finnegan currently is offering an after-school inventor lab for students ages 11 through 18. Students will design, plan, and build 1 to 2 large inventions for display in the museum.
And one of the things that we're going to be inventing are exhibits for the museum. So exhibits made by kids for kids.
To learn more about the Maker Labs and the Powerhouse reopening, visit powsci.org.
This program is brought to you by Advantage Dodge Ram Chrysler Jeep at 20th and Main in Farmington. Visit today for your best deal.